share the story.
Yeah.
So he's somewhere in Europe. Where in Europe are you?
It was in London.
In London, in Europe. His friend says, come over in black tie. It's Friday evening, and they go somewhere to his apartment. He lives on the, I won't forget, the mezzanine floor.
He's on the mezzanine floor in Farringdon, next to
Tell
the
the story, please. Narrate it for us.
So it's beautiful. So you stand on the edge of the apartment, and you can almost get a 360 view of all of London. Beautiful. Right next to the St. Paul's Cathedral. Stunning. So he comes and invites us for dinner. Everybody's sitting down. 12 people sit down very intimately. An amazing dinner. So the chef prepared really, really great dinner. And halfway through the main course, somebody walks in, and it's Greg Porter.
I would have died.
And he goes and he sits in this guy's lounge. So he sits in Mark's lounge, large white grand piano, sits, and he just starts playing and singing. Oh my God.
This is a guy from Benoni, guys, ne? This guy's from Benoni. He's worked so hard in his life and worked so smart in his life. Now he lands himself somewhere in London with these fancy friends that live on mezzanine floors with amazing views, that have friends like Gregory Porter. Only 12 people, black tie, invited to this dinner. You had Gregory Porter play for you.
Yeah, but if you trust God, He'll take you places, right?
So you're godly. Let's talk
absolutely.
about that. Let's talk about that spiritual man that you may be.
Yes, I mean, I don't accredit anything I've achieved to myself. I don't think that I'm more capable or more able than other people. I simply think that God gave me a talent, a gift. He put me on planet Earth at the right time. And he put in my mind a set of ideas, and then he said to me, have the courage to tell the world what I'm telling you, and I will put you where you need to be. And that's all I'm doing. I don't pretend to have any answers. I don't pretend to be better than the next person. I'm simply on this planet rock, having this experience called life, making mistakes, loving, living, learning, trying to leave a legacy.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, now still on your foreplay, the first song that we played, Fallen, Lauren Wood.
Oh my God.
Yes, and then tell me about
God.
that song briefly.
Oh wow, so, so I get emotional.
Look at you.
So I'm 7 years old. Romeo Kumar, still on Metro FM, has got a show called Romeo's Romantic Repertoire on every Sunday. And people call in and request songs for their partners. And I was at home, and my mom was in the living room, and I was at home with my mother in the living room. I can't remember where my brother and my sister were. And my dad calls in and requests the song. And my mother is listening to the radio station and hears my dad's voice. And it was Fallen Lauren Wood.
Oh,
And
amazing.
I can still see my mother's face just like gleam up. It was amazing.
That's incredible. Wow.
Right.
Okay, and then Roll Up Empty, kind of switched it up there.
So this is, I mean,
The all study get on.
Yeah.
I
The
don't
Converse sneaker guy. Yeah.
you know, I don't mean to brag, but if I may.
That's what he says. I don't mean to brag, but if I may, that's what he says. I'm so copying that.
We'll allow you to. You're
I don't
allowed
mean to brag, but if I may.
So God's been good. Over the past 2 years, I've spent more nights in hotels, more days in planes than I have in a car. I virtually don't live in the country anymore. So I spend a lot of time traveling. And one of the things I try to do is always to connect to what is the zeitgeist of South Africa. And there was a long time with Tandi Somazwai was that for me. She was just an amazing capture of that zeitgeist. And lately I've found that South African hip hop has just been an amazing addition to the sort of the repertoire of music I listen to. And specifically Roll Up by MT. So I don't get on stage and work. I don't take a meeting that's important until I've listened to the song. There's just something about... Yeah, there's something about... And for a long time, by the way, it used to be Wozzes Babona by Pro Kid. But like when he was still pro.
Yeah, no, he's now, okay.
Now I'm like...
When he was still pro kid, now he's pro.
Exactly.
I wish you could go back to being a pro kid.
Right?
Do you know what I mean? Because he would make this amazing.
Remember that sound of the
I wish we could get that song anyway. Our compiler is here at 90, so I'll just ask him to sneak that song in here.
So for a long time it was that song for me. I think when we were having the conversation off air, but there is something about making sure when you bring yourself to the world, you bring your best self to the world.
Oh yeah.
Be in your element.
Yeah.
Right? And that's an important part of being a human being, is make sure that you present your best self every day. And for me, music does that for me. Music takes me to the place where I can become that. And it's just a process of becoming. It's not about morphing into something you're not, but it is about being the best version of yourself. Every pyramid has a peak, and it's just about trying to exist at that peak as often as you can.
A bunch of people struggle, Vusi, to tap into their best selves.
Yeah.
We'll chat about that in a bit, right?
Yeah, and still on songs, your last song that I absolutely love, because I think it speaks about the history of the country and what we've been through, especially our fathers. Stimela, Hugh Masekela. Why did you choose the song?
My kids love this song, by the way. So my son says, Daddy, play deep. They love this song. But it's important to me because I'm connected to where we come from, and I
Of course.
understand
Yeah.
the history of where we come
Oh,
from.
yeah.
And I think young people today need to realize very quickly that you and I are not more capable than the people that came before us. We have simply been given spaces to exist where we can achieve the things they couldn't. And a part of paying homage to that is to remember always that we have to do it for them too. And this song takes me to that place.
Here we go.